Well, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, where tonight's the second game of our doubleheader, as it will be the 2018 Boston Red Sox coming in a record of 2 wins and 1 losses, taking on the Philadelphia Phillies, the 1980 Phils, with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss. For the Phils tonight, it'll be Randy Lerch on the mound making his first start. He's the number 4 starter. And taking on for the Red Sox, their number 4 starter, Erod Eduardo Rodriguez. Let's take a look at some numbers, and then we'll take a look at the game time conditions and statistics here. So far in the American League, the Boston Red Sox are 2-1 in the American League East. They are fighting the Toronto Blue Jays and New York Yankees, who are both 4-0 in the East, while the Red Sox are a game and a half back. The Philadelphia Phillies in the National League East are 1/2 game in back of the 2019 Washington Senators, the Washington Nationals, who have so far jumped on top really fast in the NL East. As we kind of take a look at some of our numbers, our league leaders, so to speak, in the whole majors, the Philadelphia Phillies right now are about 9th. They're hitting 269s a team, a little bit above league average. The Boston Red Sox only hitting 198. They're 19 of 96, 11 runs scored. They are struggling, but I did find something out that was a bit disturbing. Since I'm not playing with as-played lineups, trades never did happen. So the Red Sox did not have Nathan Eovaldi. They did not have Steve Pearce on the roster. Did not have Ian Kinsler on the roster. So those changes have been made for the better for the team, and we'll see if that changes the Red Sox fortune for tonight. So here we go. Let's get this started. Let's give you the game time particulars as the Philadelphia Phillies take the field here at the Vet. Lonnie Smith in left. That is Gary Maddox, the secondary defense and center, and Bake McBride in right. Schmidt at third, Boa at short, Trio at second, and Rose at first. Boone behind the plate. On the mound, the lefty, Randy Lerch, who was 4-14, 5.16 ERA during the season. And he'll pitch to this healthy Red Sox lineup. Mookie Betts leading off in right. Batting second is Benintendi in left. J.D. Martinez, your DH. Alexander Beaugaard, your shortstop. Steve Pearce getting his Red Sox debut at first. Rafael Devers at short, batting 6th. Bradley batting 7th and center. Christian Vasquez gets the start versus lefties behind the plate. And batting 9th, the second baseman is Brock Holt. Here we go. Let's get this started. Red Sox Phillies, the 2018 Red Sox 2-1, taking on the 1980 Phillies. They are 2-1. So Betts leads off. He's hitting .333, 3 for 9, a double, and an RBI. I'm taking the home team as the Phils here, so let's see how we do. Boone sets the target in. Randy Lerch looks in. Here's the first pitch of the ball game. Second game double, a ground ball to Schmidt, comes up and throws Rose out for out number 1. So a quick out there gets Betts off the bases. Here's the second baseman, Benintendi. He's 0 for 6 right now. He struck out. Made some changes on this Red Sox lineup too. Benintendi wasn't playing as they were given some full time. They're putting J.D. Martinez in left and somebody else as your designated hitter. So Boone sets the target in. Lerch looks in. Here's the windup to Benintendi, and that's a 2-4 ground ball to short. Bullets got it on the turf, throws him out the Rose, and that's 2 away. Here's J.D. Martinez hitting .231, a homer and 3 RBIs. This year he hit .330 with 43 homers, 130 ribbies. Boone sets in. Randy Lerch looks in, and the windup to J.D. Martinez. 5-9 ground ball to short. Bo has got it, and Randy Lerch got a 1-2-3 inning. Let's go to the bottom of the first. Boston nothing, and the Phillies coming up the bat. Bottom of the first here, it is the 2018 Phillies. 2008, 2018 Red Sox, and the 80 Phillies. This is the all-time league where they come to play and don't come to set a table and try to work out an agreement. They automatically have contracts here. So playing all the time. That is going to be my motto during the strike. We're going to bring you this all-time league with all these great, fantastic ball players in their primes and in their best teams. Here is Lonnie Smith, 167, 12 at-bats and a double and a ribby. Christian Vasquez puts down the sign for the Red Sox defensively. They have probably the best defensive outfield in the majors. Benintendi, Bradley, Betts, all ones. Devers, Beaugaard, Holt, Pearce, and then Vasquez on back behind the plate with the -3 gun, and Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound. 13-5, 3.82 ERA as the 4 starter. Vasquez sits down, puts down the target. Rodriguez looks in. Here's the pitch to Lonnie Smith. 3-9 and struck him out. Loaded car for Lonnie Smith, but he strikes out. Here is Peter Edward Rose hitting .333. 2 RBIs on the season, batting right-handed against the lefty. Vasquez sits down, puts down the sign. Rodriguez with a windup. Here's the pitch to Pete Rose. 6-7 ground ball to second. That's Holt. 3-5 comes up with and throws them out. We got the super advanced fielding going. So we're playing these games actually in super advanced. So we get the fielding aspect working. Doesn't change the game a bit. I'm still using kind of the advanced stolen base method and some other things too, but I like that better. There's no ballpark results. There's a lot of teams here still utilizing just a advanced card with no super advanced metrics on there. Vasquez sets in. Rodriguez looks in. Lefty-lefty matchup to shake and bake McBride. Here's the pitch. And that's a 5-4, 5-ball center. That's an easier play for Bradley. Comes in and makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. Go to Phillies. At the end of 1, we got no score here at the vet. For the Red Sox, Alexander Beaugaard, Steve Pearce, and again, Rafael Devers for the Sox here in the second. Boone goes out and talks to Lerch, puts the signs down for him. Randy Lerch, the lefty. Here's the pitch to Beaugaard. Beaugaard's on a 4-5, 5-ball to left. Lonnie's there, makes the catch, and there's 1 out. Here is Steve Pearce, 284, 11 homers, 42 RBIs, outright destroys left-handed pitching. If he was born, the doctor slapped him. The doctor slapped him on the left-hand side of the butt because Stephen Pearce absolutely destroys lefties for a living. Boone puts down the target. Randy Lerch looks in. Here's the wind-up to Pearce. And Pearce does what he does. Deep drive left field over Smith. Said up against the wall. He just missed it. And that's going to be a double for Steve Pearce. So Pearce does it again. Runner on second, 1 out. Welcome to the Boston lineup, Steve Pearce. Here's Rafael Devers. 1 for 11. 2 ribbies on the season. Boone sets in the target. Lerch from the sets. Runner on second and 1 out. Lerch looking in. Tough spot for Randy Lerch to be in. Here's the pitch to Devers. 6-7 base hit for Devers. Pearce will score from second. No throw. Red Sox lead 1-0. So Devers is on. Randy Lerch, 4 R's. So he has his stuff that works great to right-handed batters, but he gets scorched against other lefties. The Red Sox do have a bunch of lefties in their lineup. Here's the center fielder, Jackie Bradley Jr. 0 for 13, always known not to be the hitter, but he's a fantastic one of the premier center fielders in the game. Boone sets in the target. Lerch working from the stretch. Run first and 1 out. Here's the pitch to Jackie Bradley. 1-9 and struck him out. So Randy Lerch gets a big K. And here is the catcher, Christian Vasquez. First at bat of the season. Boone puts in the target. Lerch looks in. Here's the windup to Vasquez. 6-5 deep drive left field. Oh, that's a ballpark single for Vasquez. Did not have power. It's first and third and 2 outs. And here is Brock Holt. Brock Holt, 11 at bats, a double, hitting 364. What a season for the utility knife out there. First and third, 2 outs. Red Sox offense dangerous as any team here in the majors. Boone sets in the target now. Lerch looking from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Holt. And that's a 6-9 base hit, Holt. Devers scores. Vasquez will go to third, and it's 2-0 Red Sox. A 2-run second inning. And here is the right fielder, Mookie Betts. So Betts comes up. Larry Christensen up in the Philly bullpen. May not be a long outing for Lerch. Boone puts down the target for him. Lerch from the stretch. First and third, 2-0 Boston the second. Here's the pitch to Betts. 2-6 ground ball second trio. 2 rows gets him, ends the inning, but Boston scores 2 in the second. We go to the bottom of the second. Boston leads this by 2-0. Bottom of the second inning, it's going to be Michael Jack Schmidt, Keith Moreland, and Gary Maddox. Schmidt on the season so far, 12 at bats, 3 RBIs, still looking for his first bomb. Vasquez behind the plate. Eduardo Rodriguez looks in. Here's the first pitch to Schmidt, and that's a 4-6 and struck him out. Oh, the slider away from Eduardo Rodriguez. Here's Keith Moreland, first at bat so far this year. He gave him the DH spot. Luzinski out with a little bit of an injury day to day. Vasquez puts down the sign. Rodriguez looks in. Here's a wind up to Moreland. And that's a 2-5 and a double in left field for Keith Moreland. So Moreland doubles in the gap. He's on at second with 1 now. First hit for the Phils. Here's the center fielder, Gary Maddox. 12 at bats, a double home run RBI. Hitting a robust .417 so far. Vasquez puts down the target, sits in. Eduardo Rodriguez looks to get the sign. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be a 3-4-5 ball right field. Betts is there. Moreland will have to hold, and there's 2 outs. Here is Manny Trio. Trio at 12 at bats has an RBI, hitting .250. He got glues this defense together with Boa up the middle. Vasquez sets in, puts down the sign. Rodriguez from the stretch. Runner on second, 2 out. Pitch to Trio. Trio on a 4-4 ground ball to third. That's Devers. Tough play for Devers. 434. Nicely done. Good scoop by Pearce. Phillies go down in order. They leave a runner at second. We play 2. It's 2-0 favor of the 2018 Red Sox playing the 80 Phils here in the all-time league here in the top of the third inning. So far, here is Andrew Benintendi, 0 for 1, grounded out. We followed by Martinez and Beaugaard. Boone sets down the target. Lerch with a big windup and deals. 2-7, 5 ball center. Maddox is there, makes the catch. Here's J.D. Martinez. He's 0 for 1. Surprisingly, Lerch pitches a lot better to right-handed batters, but he does still give up a ton of power over that 6th column. Boone sets in the target. Lerch with a big windup and deals to J.D. Martinez. 6-8 and got him. Oh, he dead rolled him on his own column. Big strikeout for Randy Lerch. 2 outs in the third. Here's Xander Bogaerts. He flied out his first time up. Bogart's a slow starter. 12 at bats, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, hitting a .167. Boone sets in the target. Lerch looks in. Here's the windup to Bogaerts. 2-9 and struck him out in his 2 column. So big inning for Randy Lerch. 3 up, 3 down. Go to Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 2-0 Boston. It'll be Boa, Boone, and Lonnie Smith about for the Phils here in the third from the vet. So Eduardo Rodriguez on the mound for the fighting for the Sox here. Vasquez puts down the sign for him. Rodriguez looks in and the big windup to Boa. And that's a 4-7. Walked him. So Bo is on. He a 1-10 trying to steal. So I kind of want to look at that a little closer. Vasquez with the -3 arm really keeps it close. Boone's up. They're holding him on, so he'd be a very effective, possibly for doing a hit and runs. Let's check out Boone's statistics and see if we can squeeze one in for Bob. He would be a hit and run. We're going to try to hit and run for Bob Boone here. Here's a swing from Boone, and that's a 6-6 5 ball right field. Betts is there, makes the catch. Boa had a hole, so a missed opportunity there for the Phils. And here's Lonnie Smith. He's 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. Vasquez puts down the target for him. Eduardo Rodriguez looks in. Gets the sign from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Lonnie Smith. 6-9 base hit for Lonnie Smith. Bowo goes first to third, and the Phillies got something going here in the third. First and third with one man out, with Lonnie Smith at first. So now let's see what they do with Peter Edward Rose here. Ground outs first time up. Rose needs to find a spot somewhere to get it through there. Even a sacrifice fly wants to get a run home. Vasquez sets in the target. Rodriguez from the stretch, first and third, one out. Pitch to Rose. 6-4 ground ball to short. That's Beaugaard. Did he turn? No, he cannot field it. Gets past in the artificial turf. 8 up. Beaugaard. Boa scores. Lonnie Smith will go first to third, and the Phillies are back in this game. It's 2-1. So Rose with an RBI base hit. The rug ate up Beaugaard and went through him first and third. So Beaugaard, you're not used to playing the artificial turf as much in the majors right now, but this is one of the fields that has it, and it's a fast surface. First and third, one out, 2-1 Boston. Here's McBride, 0-for-1 in the ball game. Vasquez sets in. Rodriguez from the stretch. Phillies look to tie it. Here's the pitch to McBride. 1-8 ground ball, double play. Rodriguez, oh, he looked Smith back and threw it to first. He had a chance at a double play, but instead took the easy out at first, which means it allows second and third with one out or two out. With Schmidt up, followed by the youngster Moreland. If I was the Red Sox, I'd walk Schmidt right now and let Keith Moreland try to beat you. 2-1 Boston here in the third. Michael Jack Schmidt with an opportunity here. Christian Vasquez sets the target. Let's see how they pitch Schmidt. Rodriguez from the stretch. Here's the pitch, and they do give Schmidt the intentional walk, so we were on the same wavelength, and they'll let the young rookie beat you, and that is Keith Moreland. He doubled back in the second, though. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Boston by a run. Vasquez sets in, puts the target down. What happens after intentional walk is you lose your control a little bit. Let's see if Rodriguez can find it right now. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the third. Here's the pitch to Moreland. And that's a 5-for-5 ball left field. There, your one's out there. That should make the catch. And oh, he almost outrun it as Benintendi had to reach the glove up and make the catch and end the inning. But the Phillies strand 3. We played 3. 2-1 Boston. An exciting game here at Veterans Stadium, top of the fourth inning. It's going to be Pearce, Devers, and Bradley, the bat for the Sox here. The second game of our doubleheader, not with us earlier. We had an exciting game between the Mets and Dodgers. Boone sets in the target. Lerch looks in. Here's the pitch to Pearce. 3-7 pop the third. Schmidt's there, makes the catch, 1 out in the fourth. Here's Devers, 1-for-1 RBI single his first time out. Young looking third baseman of the Red Sox. Boone puts down the sign for him, sets in. Lerch looks in. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-7 single left field for Devers. He stays with the lefty and gets a hit. 2-for-2 for Devers. Runner on first, 1 out here in the fourth. And here's Jackie Bradley Jr. 0-for-1. Boone sets in, puts down the sign for him. Lerch looks in from the stretch, working from the stretch. Devers being held on. Here's the pitch to Bradley. 4-6. That's a base hit in the gap. Maddox is not going to get it. Plays it on a hop. Devers will go to third, stays there. Second and third with 1 out. And here comes Christian Vasquez. So Vasquez up, followed by Holt. Phillies will bring the infield in here in the fourth. They consider this to be a big part of this game. Schmidt and Boa in on the turf. Trio in on the right-hand side. So Randy Lerch, tough spot for Vasquez. He needs to find a spot just to get the run home here. Boone puts down the sign, flicks around different sides for Lerch. Lerch nods from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Vasquez. 5-11, ground ball to first. Rose a 2-5. Voigt the pound. There's a G1. He will look back. Devers takes it to the bag himself and gets a big out. 2 outs. So here is Brock Holt. Single and an RBIs last time up. Big pitch for Randy Lerch here in the fourth. Boone now goes out and talks to Lerch, make sure he gets the right signs. On deck hitter is Betts. You don't want to pitch to Betts in a bases loaded situation. Boone sets in the target, gets ready. Lerch from the stretch. You rang second and third, 2 outs in the fourth. Lerch looks in the Brock Holt, and here's the pitch. 6-9 base hit. There's a lefty on Lerch's car. 2-run score. Red Sox now lead it 4-1. Oh, Dallas Green. I'm not sure what he can do about that. Lerch just has his issues against left-handed hitters, and that just came back and bite him. Brock Holt with 2 more RBIs, and the Red Sox lead 4-1. Here's Betts. Boone sets down the target now. Lerch with a big windup and pitch to Betts. And that's a 3-6, a base hit for Betts. Holt will go first to third. And the Sox got something going again. First and third, 2 outs, up by 3 here in the fourth. And here is Benintendi. We'll see if Dallas Green come out of the dugout or not. Do they have another lefty to compound some of these lefty problems we're dealing with? Let's see. They might go with Larry Christensen. He'll come in to pitch. So that'll be all for Randy Lerch. He goes 3 2/3. So Christensen comes. He's a righty, but he definitely pitches a lot better to the left-handed batters. So here we go. First and third, 2 outs. Christensen trying to save Dallas Green's bullpen here. Boone sets in the target. Christensen from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Big pitch to the ballgame. Ground ball to first. Rose got to take it to the bag and ends the inning. Boston adds 2 in the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 4-1 Boston as we go here in the fourth here at the Vet. So last of the fourth here is Maddox, followed by Trio and Boa. Vasquez puts down the sign for him. E-Rod looks in from the big windup, and here's the pitch to Maddox. 1-6, ground ball to short. Beaugaard's got it. Goes at the first one away. Here is Manuel Trio. 0-for-1 the ball game. Ground out first time up. Vasquez sets in. Rodriguez with a windup. Here's the pitch to Trio. 1-6, base hit center field. Manny Trio's 1-for-2. So the Phillies bats got some good ones in there. They're not going to be held runless here. Here is Boa. He walked his first time up and scored the long run for the Phils. Vasquez sets in the target for him. Eduardo Rodriguez working from the stretch with Trio at first. Here's the pitch to Boa, and that's going to be a 6-8. That is going to be a 5-ball center field. Jackie Bradley Jr. is there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. Here's the catcher, Bob Boone. Flying out his last time up. They went a hit and run with him last time. That wasn't too successful. On deck is Lonnie Smith. Vasquez puts down the sign for him. Eduardo Rodriguez looks in. 4-1 Boston here in the bottom of the fourth. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-8 5-ball center. Bradley's there, makes the catch. Phillies don't score in the fourth. We played 4. It is 4-1 Red Sox. We head to the fifth. So for the Red Sox, it'll be Martinez, Beaugaard, and Pearce to hit in the fifth. Really, really good Red Sox offensive team. In relief of Randy Lerch is still Larry Christensen. Boone sets down the target. Christensen looks in. Here's the pitch to J.D. Martinez. 2-10. Bang! Deep by left field, way back, and that ball is gone. J.D. Martinez, second home run of the season. Boston takes a 5-1 lead. So now here's Xander Bogaerts, 0-for-2. Boone sets down the target now. Christensen. Oh, my, that was a tremendous blast by J.D. Here's the pitch to Bogaerts. 3-6. Pop to first. Rose is there, makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Here's Steve Pearce. He's 1-for-2 with a double. Boone puts down the target. Christensen from the windup. Here's the pitch to Pearce. 2-11, 5-ball left field. That is deep, but Slonny's at the track, and there's 2 outs. Here is Rafael Devers, 2-for-2 with an RBI. That's one time ballpark's kind of bit Pearce hard. That was gone. If there was ballpark effects. 2 outs in the fifth. Boston now by 4. Boone puts down the sign for him. Christensen looks in. Here's the windup to Rafael Devers. 3-3 base hit Devers. He's 3 for 3. The kid's having a fine afternoon here, a fine evening here at the vet. So 3 hits for Devers, 2 outs in the 5th, up by 4. Jackie Bradley Jr. 1 for 2 with a double. Boone sets in the signs. Christensen, the righty. Here's the pitch to the Bradley Jr. and struck him out. But the Red Sox add another one. We head to the bottom of the 5th. It's 5-1 Boston. So 5-1 Red Sox as they're building a nice little lead here at the vet here in the all-time league. So now it will be Eduardo Rodriguez working his 5th inning, the 3rd time to the order for Lonnie Smith, Pete Rose, and Bake McBride. Vasquez sets down the target. Eduardo Rodriguez looks in. Here's the pitch to Lonnie Smith. That's a 5-7. Struck him out. Slider away for Rodriguez. Here's Pete Rose, 1 for 2 with the ribby. Vasquez sets in, puts the sign in for him. Rodriguez looks in, and here's the pitch to Rose. 6-6, 5-ball right field. Betts is there. Doesn't have to move. 2 outs. Bake McBride 0 for 2. Boy, Eduardo Rodriguez making this look easy. If they get to this Red Sox bullpen, that is a dangerous part of the Red Sox bullpen. I mean that in a good way. Vasquez sets in. Rodriguez from the windup. Here's the pitch to McBride. 2-6 base hit McBride. He's 1 for 3. And now here's Michael Jack Schmidt. No intentional walk here for Michael. 0 for 1. Struck out in the 2nd. Walked in the 3rd. Let's see if Rodriguez pitches around him though a little bit. Vasquez sets in the target. Eduardo Rodriguez looks in, working from the stretch. McBride on at first. Here's the pitch to Schmitty. 3-8 base hit Schmidt. 1st to 3rd. McBride goes 1st to 3rd. So Schmidt is on. Now the tying run is on the on-deck circle. And here's the rook, Keith Moreland. 1 for 2 with a double so far today. He's getting a big base hit against Rodriguez. 1st and 3rd, 2 outs in the 5th. Vasquez sets in the target and Rodriguez working from the stretch. 2 on, 2 out, pitch to Moreland. And that's a 3-6-5 ball center field. Bradley's there, makes the catch, and the Phillies strand 2 more. We head to the 6th. Boston leads by 4, 5-1. 5-1, we head to the 6th. Christian Vasquez, Brock Holt, and Mookie Betts to bat against Larry Christensen, still in relief of Randy Lerch. So Boone puts down the sign for him. Larry, right-handed pitcher, looks in. Here's the pitch to Vasquez, and that's a 5-7 double on a 1-3. Maddox comes in, slides, makes the nice catch, 1 away. Here's Brock Holt, 2 for 2, 3 RBIs. The utility knife from this Red Sox team can play multiple positions, hits well, had a great year. Boone puts down the sign for him. Christensen with the big windup and kick to Brock Holt. Brock Holt on a 6-9. That's a drive to right center field. And Brock having the power to get it out of here. Here it is. It's gone. Brock Holt, 3rd hit of the game, is a home run, and the Red Sox lead 6-1. So Brock Holt sends it out of here to left center field, cleared the wall in center. Maddox couldn't get it, and the Red Sox add another one to the party and lead it 6-1 here in the 6th. So Boone now goes out, talks to Christensen a little bit. I think Dallas Green may have to start getting a bullpen up a little bit. Boone sets in. Christensen from the big windup pitch. Here's a pitch to Betts. 2-8, 5-ball left field. Lonnie's there. Makes the catch. He hit it on a bullet. But luckily, Smith was right there. So 2 outs in the 6th. Here's Benintendi. He's 0 for 3. Grounded out twice and flied out. Boone sets in the target. Christensen looks in. 6-1 Boston here in the 6th. Here's the pitch to Benintendi. 2-5 base at left field. 1st hit of the ball game. That will tire out Christensen. So here's J.D. Martinez, and probably here comes Dallas Green. In the 6th inning, we'll probably see Warren Brewstar. So Warren Brewstar comes in for the Fighting Phils. 2-2 on the season, 3.72 ERA. 1st appearance so far on this replay. Boone sets in the target. Brewstar from the stretch. Here's the pitch to JD. 4-6 base at left field. Benintendi stops at 2nd. Red Sox with 2 on and 2 out as they're mounting the hits. They're out hitting Philadelphia 13-6, and they're up by 5 here in the 6th. Here's Xander Bogaerts, 0 for 3. Flied out, struck out, and popped up. Boone sets in the target for him. And Boone was concerned this Philly team's kind of getting beat up here. Brewster from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Bogey. 2-10 ground ball to third. Schmidt's got it. Goes across to Schmidt. And the Red Sox only get one. We go to the bottom of 6. Red Sox lead 6-1. So a big 5-run lead for the Sox here at the vet. So far, a quieted Philly crowd. It'll be Maddox followed by Trio and Boa. Vasquez puts down the target for him. Eduardo Rodriguez still in for the Sox. Here's a pitch to Maddox. And that's a 5-11 base hit center field for Maddox. Big hit. I believe you are in Eduardo Rodriguez's point of weakness inning. So the Red Sox bullpen is start to work. You can see it down the left field line. I believe you can see who's out there working. Vasquez sets in the target. Rodriguez working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Trio. 4-9, another base hit for Trio. Maddox goes to third. One more hit will probably get Rodriguez out of this ball game. First and third, no outs. Here come the Phils. Larry Boa, the batter. Boa 0 for 1 with the walk. Boa batting righty against Eduardo here. 6-1 Sox. Vasquez sets the target. Rodriguez working from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Boa. 3-10 ground ball double play. Beaugaard, Holt, Pearce double play, but they get the run. So a double play run, no run batted in for Boa, and it's 6-2 Boston. So a pitcher's best friend runs. Still scores, and it's now a 6-2 ball game. Here's Bob Boone. So big one there. So probably the last batter for Rodriguez. Vasquez sets down the target. Rodriguez looks in. Here's the pitch to Boone. 2-6 pop the short. Bogart's there, makes the catch, and I believe that's all you're going to get from it from Eduardo today. But boy, he gave the Red Sox 6 good innings. Through 6, it's 6-2 Red Sox. Here's Steve Pearce, followed by Devers and Bradley, the bat here in the 7th. Boone puts down a sign for him. Right-handed Warren Brewster on the mound. Here's the pitch to Pearce. And that's going to be a 5-4, 5-ball center field. Secretary of Defense is Maddox is there, makes the catch. And that is out number 1. You're not going to see as many errors he did in the first couple games we broadcasted with the super advanced system in on the fielding. Here's Rafael Devers, 3 for 3 and an RBI. That was back in the 2nd. Boone puts down the sign for him. Brewster looks in, and here's the windup to Devers. 5-9 and struck him out 2 away. Here's Jackie Bradley Jr., 1 for 3 of the double. 2 out to the 7th. Brewster calming things down a bit. Boston down by a bing and a bop and a blast here. Down by a granny. Boone sets down the sign. Brewster looks in. Here's the pitch to Bradley. And that's going to be a 5-11 ground ball down the rows. He's the 2-5 comes off at it and makes the play himself. So 3 up, 3 down, go to the Red Sox. It's the bottom of the 7th here at the City of Brotherly Love. It's 6-2 Boston. The 2018 Sox and the 1980 Phils. Game 1 of a 3-game series. Tomorrow will be the 5th game starters, and then on Saturday, Rick Porcello takes on lefty Steve Carlton. The ones start again this Saturday, and that'll be probably one of the games we'll have for you. Will be one of the 1-starter games, probably another doubleheader mix on that Saturday. You're going to have some great 1-versus-1 starters coming back on those series. We'll have to see what's available in your area, and we'll tell you what the schedule will probably look like. Again, this is the all-time Stratomatic League where they play for free, and they don't sit at a table and argue for absolutely nothing. Lonnie Smith, the batter here in the 7th. He's 1 for 3. Vasquez sets in the target. Eduardo Rodriguez came out and worked the 7th inning. Here's the pitch to Lonnie Smith. 5-8 and got him. So Eduardo Rodriguez gets the job done. 1 out here in the 7th. Here's Pete Rose. 1 for 3 at the RBI. Vasquez puts down the sign for him. Eduardo Rodriguez, a 4-run lead, 1 out in the 7th. Here's a pitch to the switch hitter, Rose. 6-8, 5-ball center. Bradley's been there before, makes the catch, and that's 2 outs. Here's Bake McBride, 1 for 3 in the ball game. Single back in the 5th inning. Vasquez puts down the signs. Eduardo Rodriguez, lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the pitch to shake and bake. 1-3. That's a base hit for McBride. So runner on first and 2 outs. And again, it comes down to Mr. Michael Jack Schmidt. Do the Red Sox go out and get a righty in for Schmidt here, even though it's a 4-run lead, or they let Eduardo Rodriguez pitch aggressively to Schmidt? Vasquez sets down the target. Rodriguez looks in. Do they go out and get him? It's 6-2 Boston. Here's the pitch to Schmidt. 1-10 ground ball to third. Devers goes to Holt, and that's the 7th inning. What a performance for Eduardo Rodriguez. We played 7. It's 6-2 Boston. So now in the 8th inning, it will now come down to Christian Vasquez, Brock Holt, and Mookie Betts here in the 8th. The Red Sox 6 runs on 13 hits, while the Phillies are at 2 runs on 9 hits. Vasquez 1 for 3. Brewstar again in long relief. Boone puts down the sign. Brewstar with the big lineup. Here's the pitch to Vasquez. 1-8, fly ball center. Maddox there. 1 away. Here is Brock Holt. Boy, MVP candidate along with Devers. 3 for 3, 4 RBIs, including that long home run off Christensen back in the 6th inning. Boone butts down the target. Brewster with the big windup. Here's the pitch to Brock Holt. 1-9, struck him out. First time Holt's been retired. That's 2 outs. Here's Betts. Surprisingly, with a 6-2 lead, Betts is 1 for 4. Boone puts down the target for him, sets down the sign, puts down the numbers. Brewstar nods. Here's the big windup and deals the Betts. 3-10 and walks him. So Betts is on base. Runner on first, 2 outs in the 8th. Here is Andrew Benintendi. Got a single back in the 6th. He's 1 for 4. Boone puts down the target, puts in the numbers down for him, flashes the different signs. Brewstar nods, working now from the stretches. Warren Brewstar. Here's the pitch to Benintendi. Here comes the stolen base, and Brock Holt and Mookie Betts just stole second. So Betts on at second with a 4-run lead. So Red Sox still running aggressively. Runner on second, 2 outs now. Boone now goes out, talks to Brewstar, changing some signs. Boone puts down the signs, different combinations. Brewstar nods, working from the stretch. Here's a pitch to Benintendi. And that's going to be a 5-12. That is a fly to left. Lonnie Smith there makes the catch, and they strand Betts at second. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 6-2 Boston. And now be Moreland, Maddox, and Trio here in the 8th inning. So let's see what the Phillies can do. Let's see if the Phillies might need to make a change. And Eduardo Rodriguez is still out there. They all got lefties on the bench. So Moreland will have to stay out there. He's 1 for 3. Vasquez sets down the target. Rodriguez looks in. Here's a pitch to Moreland. 5-7. Got him looking. Oh, my. Eduardo Rodriguez works into the 8th inning. It's a key leadoff K. 5 strikeouts for Rodriguez. Vasquez sets down the signs for him. Eduardo Rodriguez, lefty to the righty, Secretary of Defense, Gary Maddox. Here's the pitch. It's going to be a 2-9, struck him out. Number 6 for Rodriguez. 2 outs in the 8th, and here's Manny Trio. Trio's 2 for 3, hits in 4th and 6th innings. Vasquez sets down the clock, timer for him, puts down the signs. Eduardo Rodriguez, the big windup and pitch to Trio. 6-7, ground ball the second to Holt. 3-5, got it, throws it out. 3 up, 3 down, go to Phil. We go to the 9th. It's a 6-2 ball game, and that's probably the last thing for Rodriguez as he is tired. So now here is J.D. Martinez with a 4-run lead. Warren Brewstar will see if he can finish the 9th inning for the Phils here, as Randy Lerch was quite ineffective so far in this ball game. Boone puts down the sign for him. Sign's done. Brewstar nods from the big windup from the top of the hill. Pitch to J.D. 6-6, a base hit for J.D. That's hit number 3 for J.D. Martinez. And now here's Alexander Beaugaard. Bogey, he's 0 for 4. Wow, the 6-2 lead. Both Betts and Bogarts not having good games so far. Boone sets in the target, changes signs with runner on first. Brewstar from the stretch looks in. Here's the pitch to Bogarts. And that's a 4-5 fly ball center. Gary Maddox is there. J.D. Martinez holds, and there's one away. Here's Steve Pearce, 1 for 4, the double so far. Righty-righty matchup. Boone puts down the target for him. Beaugaard from the stretch, and here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-10 fly ball right field. McBride's there, makes the catch, and there's 2 outs. So now here's Devers, 3 for 4 with an RBI so far. He struck out his last time up. He had 3 hits in a row before that. Warren Beaugaard trying to get through the 9th inning. Boone puts in the target down, scans the signs. Beaugaard nods, working from the stretch off the rubber, the right-hand side rubber. Here's the pitch to Devers. And that's a 4-11. That's a ground ball second. Trio throws him out, and that's it. Coming in for the Sox will be Joe Kelly. So Joe Kelly will come in. No record so far. His first appearance. Boa will be followed by Boone and Lonnie Smith. Non-save situation. Greg Kimbrell starting to get loose in case they need him. So Kelly looks in. Vasquez goes over the signs with them. Kelly, the big windup. Here's the pitch to Boa. And that's a 5-8 base hit for Boa, and the Phillies got a leadoff runner on. So now here is Bob Boone. Boone, the batter, hitting 143 on the season, 229 real life. Not a good hitting catcher. Vasquez sets the target in. Kelly from the stretch, runner on first, and nobody out. Pitch to Boone, and they're going to go with the young Ryan Brazier. Down goes Brazier, 2-0, 1.60 ERA, 19 hits, 34 innings. Nasty stuff. Absolutely nothing to hit on the right-hand side. Vasquez sets in the target. Brazier from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Boone. 1-10, ground ball to third. Devers goes to second. That's all you're going to get. Boone will get the relay, and he'll be on with the fielder's choice. Runner on first and 1 out in the 9th. And now the opportunity for Lonnie Smith, who's 1 for 4. Vasquez puts down the sign, flashes the different signs for him. Brazier from the stretch. Here's the pitch to Lonnie Smith. 2-7, ground ball to short. Beaugaard, Holt, Pearce, double play, ball game over. The Red Sox made it look quite easy, winning this one by a score of 6-2. So the Red Sox will now go to 3-1. Phillies fall to 2-2. Rodriguez with the win, going 8 strong innings, 9 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Kelly goes a portion of an inning, is up the hit. Brazier came in non-safe situation, finishes it 1 inning, gets the double play. Randy Lerch goes 3 2/3, 8 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 3 strikeouts. Christensen goes 2 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned. Beaugaard goes 3 1/3, 2 hits, saves the Phillies bullpen, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Doubles by Pearce, Bradley, and Moreland. J.D. Martinez had his second home run. Brock had his first RBIs. Martinez his fourth. Devers third. Holt had 4 RBIs, gave him 4. Rose had his third. The Red Sox started with 2 in the second. Phillies had 1 in the third, but the Red Sox kind of blew it open with 2 in the fourth, led by 3-4-1. Added a run in the fifth, made it 5-1. Added a run in the sixth, made it 6-1. Phillies had a run in the sixth, and now it's the scoring. Red Sox 6 runs, 14 hits, no errors. The Phillies 2 runs on 10 hits. Big hitters again. J.D. Martinez 3 for 5, runs scored, and RBI. Devers 3 for 5, 2 runs scored with the RBI. 2 big hitters on the Red Sox. For the Phillies, two had 2 hits. McBride 2 for 4, and Manny Trio went 2 for 4. Well, folks, that's the ball game here from Veterans Stadium. Red Sox win, go to 3-1. Phillies are 2-2. Let's go ahead and see if we can speed through the next 2 games and see who the ones will be battling it out on Saturday, and that'll be the next time we'll be with us. Probably do maybe another doubleheader action here, as all the games from Thursday have been played. So what we'll probably do is skip Friday and go to Saturday. How about that? So let's go play you all one on that one. And whoops, I didn't want to do that. I think I went too far into the schedule. Let's see what's available on Saturday. I just blew through. And let's see. So let's see. That's okay. Good thing. So I didn't stop it. So let's do play day. The last 2 games on that one. There it is. And now let's see what's available with the ones on Saturday, the one-star pitchers. And there's going to be some good ones here Saturday, April the 6th. So the Tigers of 1984 are playing the Astros. That's Morris and Verlander. That's a price of admission. James Shields against Andy Pettit. The ones will battle in New York. Kurt Schilling and Freddie Garcia in Arizona, Seattle. Stewart and Ortiz in Oakland and Anaheim. Gooden and Valenzuela in the West Coast. In LA, it will be Volquez and CJ Wilson in Arlington. It'll be Jack Morris, who'll be again making 3 different starts as a one starter in this league. I don't know how many pitchers can say they can do that. Morris on the 91 Twins takes on Gary Nolan. Marlins taking on the Braves. That's Pavano and Maddox. Porcello and Carlton from here at the Vet. It's Blyleven and Duhar, Pirates and Cardinals. It's Brown and Francis in Colorado. It's Burley and Palmer as the White Sox take on the Orioles. That might be an interesting looking matchup. Morris takes on Jim Bagby as the Blue Jays visit the 1920 Cleveland Indians. And then what? You know what we're going to do? Let's go to the Polo Grounds, as it will be John Lester of the 2016 Cubs take on the 1954 Giants and Johnny Antonelli. So let's go ahead and click on a manual there. We'll pick that as one of our main games on Saturday. And then the other one, let's probably do Memorial Stadium, as the White Sox will take on the Orioles. Let's take a look at the standings so far. And then we'll get you out of here for today. We'll go ahead and save those games we played so far. We'll show you more of those results next time we're together. Let's take a look real quick at our standings board. And then it'll be goodbye, sayonara, farewell from myself to you today as we played the 2 games today. Kind of exciting trying to do this, I think, with the Major League Baseball and their situation they're in. And let's look at the standings. So the Yankees are 5-0. They're in first place, 4-1. Toronto, they're 1 back. Boston's 4-1. They're game back. Baltimore 3-2. 2 back. In Tampa Bay's 2-3. They're 3 back. In the AL Central, the 1920 Indians are 4-1. They're a game ahead of the White Sox, Twins, Royals, and Tigers. Tigers yet to win. That's kind of surprising how good they are. They may be a team we may have to look at. We have to look at some of these teams and see if trades were not made and make them even worse. There could be some guys still, they're not on their active rosters, and I do apologize for that. Texas are 5-0. They're 1 game ahead of Houston, 3 games ahead of Oakland, 3 ahead of Anaheim, and 4 ahead of Seattle. So, boy, the Rangers from Arlington having a great start at 5-0. The Nats are 3-2. They are a game ahead of the Phillies, 1 ahead of the Marlins, 2 ahead of the Giants, and 3 ahead of the Mets, who are struggling. But again, we have to look at them also. Chicago Cubs, best in the National League Central, are 4-1. That'll be a great matchup you'll see against the Giants coming up. Reds are 3-2, a game back, while the Pirates are 2-3. The Brewers are 2-3, and the Cardinals scuffling at 0-5. In the National League West, the San Diego Padres still in first at 4-1. Arizona at 4-1. LA is 3-2, a game back. Colorado 1-4, and Atlanta scuffling at 1-4, 3 back. Well, those are your standings. Next time we'll meet, we'll have that doubleheader matchup between the White Sox and Orioles, and then we'll go to the Polo Grounds, where will be John Lester taking on Johnny Antonelli as the 2016 Cubs take on the 54 Giants. Thank you, folks. I appreciate your time coming in. Thank you very much. Have a safe and good evening. This has been the Stratomatic All-Time League, where the all-timers come to play and they don't bargain for money. Have a good night, everybody.